You know, making Montage of Heck was really inspiring. It was a tremendous amount of joy, believe it or not, because Kurt was so creative. But I spent a good 6 months on the road promoting that film, and that got to be very difficult and challenging, and having to talk about him all the time, and it really wore on me. It took a toll on me, and I was looking for something a little brighter, or something a little more aspirational. And National Geographic found me and called me about doing this film about Jane. And you know, sometimes we choose our films and sometimes they choose us. And I don't think I realized then how much I needed this film for my own soul. I mean, the movie, a lot of people have told me they've cried. I was just with a reporter this morning who told me she was crying 20 minutes into the film all the way through, but not with sadness, but with tears of joy, and sort of in awe of this woman. And I think that Jane has that effect. It's a very soothing film. It's a very calming film. I mean, for someone, if someone who's come out of a PTSD situation like Montage of Heck, it really is the best place to spend your time. Because what we did in Montage, I mean, what we did in Jane was kind of create an immersive experience. You know, Jane's been on film she's been in a lot of movies, but none of them really kind of capture the world through her point of view, as she's articulated it. And we wanted to invite the audience to kind of experience Gombe through Jane's eyes as she first experienced it, using footage entirely exclusively shot in the 1960s. My blueprint, my script, was Jane's book, In the Shadow of Man, which is a seminal book. It's read by school kids for decades now, and adults. I say it's an adult book. And the way Jane talks about nature and the way she talks about Gombe, it's almost like 100 Years of Solitude. There's like this element of magical realism that enters that story. You see, because what Jane viewed was a world of color, a world of magic, whereas if you and I go to Gombe, it may just be very brown or green. And so we try to present the world as she describes it, as she experienced it. And so there's a tremendous amount of magical realism in the film, and as a result, you're sitting in the jungle, experiencing it the way Jane did, which is pure bliss. That's the difference. Kurt never really arrived at that place in his life, ever, really, you know, where he was that content. Yeah. Even in moments where in any other person's life, or even in a movie. I remember in Montage of Heck, the moment Nirvana broke out, that would generally be a montage of a celebratory montage for any other documentary, but in Kurt, Montage of Heck, I cut to a sequence of Smells Like Teen Spirit done by a choir that's a somber, it's basically a funeral dirge, and it's signifying his inevitable doom, you know, and so what should be joyous isn't. And in Jane, we actually get to experience that joy. We get to experience that sense of awe that both Jane had as well as the cinematographer Hugo von Lawick.
Continue watching this fascinating conversation for free by clicking on the link below to visit our website, learn from the best minds in the world, and connect with a community of passionate people building the best versions of themselves. Just click on the link below, and I'll see you on the inside.